Hey, 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 talk your shit, K. It's another episode of Say It Loud, y'all. You know what to do. Get your wine and your wine glasses. Get your Henny and your shot glasses. Get your mixed drinks if that's what you're doing tonight. For those of y'all that ain't fucking with me, I get you. You're on quarantine with Rona. Go ahead and brew some tea. Get your lavender, your chamomile, or whatever you need. Sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Say It Loud, y'all. Let's go. Hey. Hey, I'm gonna just let this rock a little bit. It's my theme music. Here we go. Drop the beat. Let's go. Hey, pop your head. That's how you know I'm coming. Alright, so this episode of Say It Loud is about a motherfucking apology. Yup. We are going to talk about a motherfucking apology and how important the value of an apology is. Because there's a lot of people out here who think that they don't have to apologize for their behavior. They don't have to say sorry. They don't have to acknowledge what they do. They don't have to formally say sorry. And I'm here to tell y'all motherfuckers, yes, the fuck you do. And there is a value in an apology. Now, let me start from the giddy up, and we're going to get through each piece of this. But let's start with the value of an apology. Contrary to popular demand and all of this fuck that I'm not saying sorry bullshit, the stronger person is not necessarily the person with the biggest roar, the loudest roar, the biggest sound of thunder. Okay? That's not the most powerful person, the most powerful thing in the room. Y'all don't know science if that's what the fuck you think this is. So there's a lot of people that will be like, I ain't saying sorry, fuck that, da 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 da, and they just going and going and going, thinking they being a bigger person or a better person or a badder person, when in reality, the bigger person is the person that can kind of like look at who they are, look at the situation, and actually sit down, reflect, and be like, you know what? Maybe you were right. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I jumped ahead. Maybe I said something wrong. Maybe for the sake of this relationship, I should just say, fuck it, I'm sorry, because I value the person more than I value whatever the fuck it is that we're arguing about. And so today, what I want to talk about with you guys is there's a value in an apology. It can't fix everything, but there is a value in it. There is a value in saying, I'm sorry. There is a value in saying I'm sorry. There is a value in acknowledging who you are. There is a value in acknowledging that somebody else got hurt. There is a value in saying there was a miscommunication and I misunderstood. There is a value in the acknowledgement, even so much that there's an issue between the two of us and we need to either hash this shit out or agree to disagree. But I will tell you this, an apology matters. Sorry matters. I am sorry matters. I understand matters. My bad matters. And people need to be a little bit more mindful and thoughtful and reflective of being able to say sorry and not let your motherfucking pride get in the goddamn way. There's so many relationships in our lives right now, I'm pretty sure, that had somebody fucking said sorry, I was hurt. Sorry, my feelings was hurt. Sorry, I misunderstood. Sorry, I mistook it. Sorry, I didn't know it was going to be like that. Sorry, whatever the case may be. Sorry, I forgot. Whatever it is, had you said that shit, you could have saved the relationship with someone that you wanted to save. Now, if you don't want to save that relationship and you don't actually give a fuck, and I understand that because I'm not gonna not give a fuck type of person with certain relationships in my life, certain relationships with certain people in my life, I don't really give a fuck. I really don't. And I'm gonna keep that 100. And so I'm probably really not gonna say sorry because I really don't fucking care. I really don't. And I know that about me. All right? And I keep that 100. But then there's other relationships in my life, no matter how right I am or how wrong I am, I will choose to save those relationships. And if it means that I gotta swallow my pride, if it means that I gotta fucking make a sarcastic joke to say sorry, then I will do that. because there's a value in saying sorry, and the relationship with the person has more value to me than me continuing to hold a grudge, or me continuing to act like I don't know what's up, or me continuing to wait for somebody else to say that they're motherfucking sorry. And that's another thing. A lot of people sit around waiting, well, I'm not gonna be the first one to say sorry. And I'm not gonna be the first one to say sorry, and I don't want to say sorry first. And if they say sorry to me, then it's okay, but I'm not gonna be the one. Listen, that shit sound really motherfucking childish. Okay, we all grown ass people that listen to this motherfucking show. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can tell you what the demographics is. We grown ass people, right? And there's some people in our lives that, yes, I don't like what you said. I don't like how I took it. I don't like how you made my partner feel. I don't like how you made me feel. I don't like what you said to my kid. It's okay. It's life. It's natural. It happens. Water's wet. Shit stinks. The sky's blue. And sometimes a motherfucker need to say sorry. And that's just that. And there's a value in that. And we have to look for the value. And you have to look, do I want to rectify this relationship? Do I want to get to the bottom of this? Do I want to hash this out? And a sorry could be a lot of different ways and a lot of different things. And we'll talk about that in the second half of the show. Right now, I just want to get to the motherfuckers who are refusing to say sorry for whatever reason. Okay? And both people in any type of situation, both need to say sorry. Because sometimes, in order for someone to say sorry, they have to be reflective of who they are, right? You don't want to say sorry. You got to say sorry when you understood what you did or what you're doing. And that's hard for people to do. It's hard for somebody to turn around and say sorry, because then that means that I have to admit who I am. And a motherfucker can't always admit who they are. I know a couple motherfuckers can't admit who they are, so they can never say sorry. Right? They can't say sorry to you in a matter that it matters, because then that would mean that they have to admit who the fuck they are. And they're not ready to do that. So I will say this. Some people can't say sorry because they don't know how to say sorry, and they don't know how to confront their own demons to understand who the fuck they is, to let alone say sorry to somebody else for what they're doing. If I don't admit that I have a problem, or I don't admit that something's wrong, then how the fuck I'm supposed to apologize? And so for those people, my question to you is, look at the relationships around you. Look at the relationships around you. And if you're that person, and I know this, usually a narcissist person who's gonna be like, that's not me. No, motherfucker, it probably is you. It probably is you. And you need to look at the relationships around you, and you need to say to yourself, why the relationships around me are the way they are. And then you need to say, probably because you don't motherfucking say sorry. You don't say sorry. And I'm not saying sorry fixes everything. I cheated 10 times. I'm sorry. I stole money. I'm sorry. I did this. I'm sorry. No, sorry don't fix every motherfucking thing. It don't. But it's a start. It's a start to at least try to rectify a relationship with somebody who you want to rectify a relationship with. It's a start. It's a start at the very least, even if you can't motherfucking rectify that relationship. That at least you can reflect on who you are as a person and what you did to contribute to this situation so it doesn't happen again, right? That's part of it. Part of saying you're sorry is not. So a lot of people understand when people tell me, when the kids at school be like, Miss Mari, I'm sorry, I be like, you owe me an apology, right? When they do something in class. And then they are like, they say sorry to me. And I go, do you know why you're saying sorry? Because that's something we need to talk about too. Don't just fucking say sorry to me for the sake of saying sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, my bad. No, don't just patronize me. Don't think that if I just say it, that it's okay because I said it. No, you need to understand why you are sorry. That's how I work. Why are you sorry? What did you do? How did it come out? How was it expressed? What did I do wrong? Right? Because there's also a lot of people out here just saying sorry for shits and giggles. Let me just pacify the situation, say sorry real motherfucking fast, and then everything will get back to the way it is. That's not how an apology works. And I'll get into how to say sorry in the second half, like I said. But right now, let's talk about just the simple fact that sometimes when you say sorry, you're not even fucking saying it for the other person. You're saying it for yourself so that you can reflect on yourself in this situation. Let's start there. Let's start there with you reflecting who you are in this specific situation and what you contributed to this situation. That's one. So like I said, I ask kids sometimes when I say you owe me an apology for your behavior in my class, well, what are you apologizing for? You apologizing that I called you out on it? Or you apologizing for what you're doing? What are you apologizing? You apologizing because I told you owe me an apology? Or you apologizing because you're actually sorry? right? So those are some of the things we need to think about when we are apologizing to people and why we are apologizing to people. I'm the type of person, I'll tell you right now, if I don't believe I was wrong and I don't believe that I did anything wrong and I don't believe I'm out of line, then I'm not motherfucking apologizing. I've had many arguments with many people in my life and they're like, Karen, I think you should say sorry. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm standing my ground on this one. If I'm wrong, then I'm the first motherfucker to say sorry. Everybody know that about me. I'm the first motherfucker to be like, yo, my bad. I fucked up. I didn't know that hurt your feelings. I'm sorry. It was a miscommunication. I misunderstood. I mistook it. I don't think like that. That's not me. That's your brain. That's my brain. My brain don't work like that. I will be the first to admit that. But if there's something that I feel strong in, and I know in my morals of who I am as a person, then I might not say sorry. And that's okay. That's okay. Because I might not be the one that need to say sorry. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings with what I said, but I still think what I said was right. It might have came out wrong. You might have took it wrong, but probably if you're mad, maybe not. That doesn't mean that I wanted to hurt you. It means that I'm expressing myself and you probably took it the wrong way or you took it the right way and I don't give a fuck. I don't know. But all I'm saying is there's times where you are going to have to stand your ground and you're going to have to say, you know what? You're sorry. I'm not. And that's that. We either agree to disagree or it is what it is. And we move on however we need to move on from that situation. But we need to understand when we're expecting an apology or when we're giving an apology, why? Why does someone owe you an apology? Did you disrespect them? Did they disrespect you? Did they overstep their, why? What is the purpose for that? And what is the value to you? If that person apologizes to you, what do you expect? Do you expect the situation to get better, the relationship to get better? Do you move forward? Is it just for acknowledgement? What is the purpose? What is the purpose? What are we getting from this? Because you're walking around holding a grudge and you're going to have that grudge until you get it off your shoulder. So is this going to get it off your shoulder? Is it going to begin to open up the communication to get it off your shoulder? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because that's a lot of times people are walking around angry and upset and think they need an apology. Well, what do you hope that apology is going to do for you? What is it going to do for you? Right? The people that need closure, you might never get an apology. Will it help you with your closure or are you just hoping somebody say they sorry? Because you might not motherfucking need an apology from some people. Let's keep it 100. Some people don't need to fucking apologize. You need to take what the fuck you saw and what the fuck you got and keep it pushing. That's it. Water's wet, the shit stinks, sky's blue. Keep it moving. Sometimes that's just how it be. And then there's other times where you're like, okay, I want to rectify this situation. I need this person to apologize so I could begin to heal from whatever it is that I'm holding on to. And so we need to really understand as a collaborative unit of a people, as a person, what it means to say sorry and the value in an apology. And not let our pride and our egos get in the way of that, but kind of understand what it means, why we need it, and what we're going to do with it, what comes next. And how are we going to make that happen for ourselves and then for the people that we have in our lives. I wanted to also talk about it because I also think people tend to look at apologies as something that only adults do, or a kid to an adult, or something two adults do. But I have to be honest with you, I really think it's something, especially as an educator, and a parent, I think it's something that parents need to do too. We need to be apologizing. Like, I apologize to my kids. Sometimes I flip on my kids for no reason, whatever's going on. I'm in the middle of doing something, I'm on the phone, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, they need something, whatever, and I'll spaz out here or there. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect all the time, and I have to come back and I have to be like, I'm sorry, my bad, like I didn't mean to snap at you like that, I'm having a rough day, this is going on, that's going on, whatever the case may be, but I have to apologize at times. The other day I was yelling at my son and I was like, Jace, and he was like, Mom, why are you yelling? I'm right here. And I'm like, well, I didn't know you was right here. I thought you was upstairs somewhere in your room with the video games, or you couldn't hear me. So, and I had to apologize. Sometimes we as adults have to apologize to our children. Because how are we expecting children to know how to apologize to their teachers, to their peers, to their family members, if we're not teaching them that at home? Oh, so you want your child to apologize to you for whatever they did, but you're not teaching yourself to apologize to them. That's a respect that goes back and forth, right? And there's a value in that too. because your kids need to understand that, yes, that's your parent. Yes, I need to respect them. But sometimes an apology from a parent doesn't mean that they're not respecting you. It means that there's a miscommunication. It means that I didn't understand a directive. It means that, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings or what I said or whatever the case may be. But we need to be able to apologize to our children so that they then grow up being able to apologize to somebody else. You see how that works? So that the first time they're making an apology is not when the teacher in school saying you owe me an apology because of what you said or what you did, but they're understanding that when they're wrong or unthoughtful for whatever reason, or unkind or miscommunicate or whatever, they're able to go back and correct themselves. That's part of you correcting yourself. And so how do we teach that to our kids if we're not practicing it ourselves? How do we do that? So you have to understand the art of an apology is not simply just privy to us adults between, somebody in a relationship, or two women or two men or whatever the case may be as adult figures, but we need to have that between children as well. So that we understand it, so that it's embedded in them, so that they grow up then being healthy adults, being able to say, okay, I'm sorry for this to somebody else. Because you can't expect them to just know it if they never see it. And now we have a bunch of adults who are grown-ass motherfucking people walking around doing fucked up shit to each other for a number of different reasons, who cannot stop and put their ego and their baggage down because no one ever taught them that it was okay to apologize. It is okay to say sorry. And that could look a lot of different ways, and we're going to get into it. But it is okay. It is okay to say sorry. It is okay. Even if it doesn't motherfucking rectify the relationship, it is still okay to say sorry. Sometimes two people could say sorry to each other, and it's not going to change what the fuck went down. But I heard you. I heard you, sis. I heard you, sir. I got you. And sometimes y'all saying sorry, not even so much to soothe the other person. You need to be saying sorry to soothe your goddamn self. To say, look at myself. I understood this situation. I stepped back. I took myself out of it. I looked at it. I turned it upside down, flip it inside out. I see where I could have been better, did wrong, misunderstood, miscommunication, didn't get it, whatever the case may be. Was selfish. And now that I've kind of dealt with that and saw that, I understand where somebody else is coming from. I respect what their feelings could be in this situation. And no, I cannot rectify it other than to say, I am sorry. And there's nothing wrong with that. We need to do that for ourselves. And then sometimes, in some cases, we need to be able to do that for somebody else, because they might need that apology to then heal from whatever it is that they're going through. And so I really think that it's important that we understand the value of that, and understand that it's not just, okay, something terribly bad happened and I need an apology for that. It could be something so simple as, girl, I'm sorry I ain't call you back. It could be something as simple like, damn, I forgot to get you so-and-so. I'll pick it up tomorrow. My bad. Just the acknowledgement of someone being able to say, I thought about you. I thought about this. I heard you, sis. I know how you're feeling. I get you, Unc. Whatever the case may be, could be a value to someone. It could be. And it's just that simple, that you take that time to acknowledge that person because they matter that much to you. Now, if they don't motherfucking matter, then they don't motherfucking matter. We're not talking about those people. Some people don't. They just don't motherfucking matter. I'm sorry. Some people don't matter. And so I'm not beating a dead horse. I'm not going around with it. It just don't fucking matter. And I get that. But then those other relationships that you want to nurture and you want to grow, there's times where you just gonna have to understand the value of a motherfucking apology. And if that's a relationship that you want to work in your life, and then people are going to be like, well, Karen, what do you mean by relationship? Listen, from the day you're born, every fucking person in your life is a relationship. I hate when people be like, Karen, we're not in a relationship. Motherfucker, every single person that you are with day to day, over and over again, is a relationship. A friendship is a relationship. A fiance is a relationship. Your child is a relationship. Your mama is a relationship. There are different kinds of relationships. There are different aspects to different relationships, but they are still relationships that you have in your life. The sole purpose of relationships is not only to be with a partner, okay? Because sometimes y'all treat your partner really great, but you treat the other people like shit. You need to apologize to them motherfuckers too. You need to say sorry for whatever it is. And some of those motherfuckers need to say sorry to you. And I understand. There are going to be people that don't want to. There are going to be people like, well, I got to be the one that says sorry. Because sometimes you got to be the one. You want to be the bigger person, right? You want to be the baddest. I'm the baddest chick. I'm the baddest dude. Ain't nobody go fuck. Listen, the bigger person is the person that reflects on who they are. The person that looks at the situation and says, you know what? My bad. Maybe you was right. The person that opens up the lines of communication. That is the bigger person. I don't give a fuck how tall you are. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I don't give a fuck what kind of car you drive. The person who is going to put that relationship in a priority or that situation in priority and say, let me tackle this head on, that's the motherfucking bigger person in the situation. That's that. It's simple. It's simple. That's the person. And sometimes, like I said, it's not that you're going to solve the situation. It's not that it's going to automatically mean that your relationship is rectified and it's back to where it should be or where you guys want it. It is simply acknowledging whatever it is took that relationship off its course. That's all it is. It's acknowledging that somewhere along the line we got confused. It's acknowledging somewhere along the line I didn't consider. It's acknowledging whatever that breakdown is, or whatever that bump, mountain, molehill, whatever you want to fucking call it is, so that we can then see where we go next. And sometimes going next means like, yo, we good, everything good, we dap it up, we move forward. Sometimes it's a kiss from your man, a kiss from your girl, I don't know. And then other times it's like, yo, I don't really fucking care, but thank you for acknowledging who you are and what happened. But it's not going to change it is going to change, I should say, the course of this relationship, because I'm not going back to that. I can't forgive you for that, and that's a whole nother thing. But it gives you that opportunity to look at that specific situation and say, okay, where am I in this? And how do I move forward or move out of it? Either one. But there is a value in motherfucking saying sorry. And I think because people are not taught to say sorry, they're not fucking taught to say sorry. Nobody seems to have been fucking taught how to say sorry, how to give a fucking apology like it cost them skin or bones or blood or something like that, to just fucking acknowledge like, oh my God, I'm sorry, my bad, I fucked up, I didn't know, talk to me, whatever it is. Why is that? Like, yo, somebody died, you say sorry, you didn't fucking do nothing. But when you do something, you don't fucking say sorry? I don't fucking get that. I don't get it. Are you sorry? And then what are you sorry for? Because if you're just unapologetic because you don't want to be, then maybe we need to think about, like, I don't know, that's not the kind of people I want to hang out with. That's not the kind of person that I want to be with. They can't fucking acknowledge who they are or acknowledge when something is fucked up or when they said something hurtful. There's people out here, like, I know people that be saying some fucked up shit to each other. Their relationship is toxic. They just be saying fucked up and they never apologize. They never apologize. The next day they just get up and make breakfast and act like nothing ever happened. What the fuck? What the fuck? Or there's people who have been in relationships for a long time and shit has happened and they're carrying around baggage, but nobody's ever said sorry. What the fuck? Or there's parents who have done whatever to their kids, mistreated their kids, cursed them out, used some kind of language they shouldn't, taken away things, whatever, and never fucking said sorry. Why? Because you're a parent, you don't have to say sorry? What the fuck? Huh? I apologize to my students. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I'll be like, I'm sorry if I came at you that way. Do you understand why I might have been upset? I don't want that to happen again. Can't order McDonald's to my car. But what do people think? Like, nobody has to be responsible for their behaviors? Like, nobody thinks that they need to be responsible. If anything, we should probably take it from our president in front of us where everybody's like, yo, this guy is delusional. But you think when you do things to people and you don't turn around and say sorry that you're a little delusional too? What the fuck? Huh? Come on. Or you want a kid to apologize to you, but they never learned how to say sorry? What the fuck? How are they supposed to know how to do that? Or somebody on the street should say sorry to you, but you don't practice that? And then they got all these people talking about I live in a space of gratitude, and I live in a place of nurturing, and I live in a place of growing. Part of all of that shit, the nurturing, the growing, the gratitude, is also being a place where you're apologetic to people that need it and showing empathy. Is that hard to do? What the fuck? You could do that. You want to be a bigger person, you want to be a badder person, you move like this, you move like that, but you can't be big and bad enough to say to someone, my bad, homie? What the fuck? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why that's not a normal practice in our lives. And something that we need to be able to do. All of us need to be able to understand the value of an apology. And the same way we code switch, the same way we know when to say what and use what words and do the things that we need to do to navigate our lives, is the same way we're supposed to understand the value of a motherfucking apology and know when to use it and when not to use it, but it should be in our motherfucking arsenal. What the fuck? Yeah, it should be in our arsenal. It should be something that we know how to do so genius that it's not even hard to do. I really believe that. I really believe that people should know how to apologize to the point, and I'm not saying everybody deserves an apology, but it should be in your motherfucking arsenal of shit that you know how to do. The same way you know how to argue is the same way you should know how to apologize. Okay, what did you just say? What the fuck? The same way you argue should be the same way you know how to apologize. Why are we not taught that? Why is that not celebrated? Why is that not embedded in who we are as humans? And I'm not saying walking around, everybody got to be a motherfucking punk, and I don't want to get beat up, and I don't want somebody taking advantage. I'm not saying that, because I don't do that either. I don't do that. But I do acknowledge, I feel, when I'm wrong. I do acknowledge when I'm off my game for the day. I do acknowledge when I didn't call somebody back. I do acknowledge, shit's been lagging because I've been busy lately. I do acknowledge the fact that there's times probably in my life where I should apologize about shit and I didn't. I do. But I never let an apology make me feel like it's something that I can't do if I wanted to. If I wanted to. I might not always want to, but if I wanted to, it's something that I'm always willing to do. Do you think, and I be thinking about that shit, like, do you think I owe so-and-so an apology? And sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. And sometimes I do, and I don't fucking want to, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. But you said that whether I do or I don't, it's still something that I should know how to do and think about doing, instead of losing a relationship over someone. And then some shit be so fucking minute too. It's just like, yo, if you would have said sorry, we wouldn't even been in this situation. You know what I mean? We could have stopped this a long time ago. This didn't have to be a motherfucking issue. But because nobody said sorry, you just let shit get out of hand. And now people going 5, 6, 7, 8 years without even speaking to each other. What the fuck? Because nobody wanted to fucking say sorry over some dumb shit. Now, I can understand if it's some real shit. But if it's some real shit, then nobody need to say sorry. Just get on with your fucking lives. Because some people need to leave. And that's another thing. You got to understand, when do I say sorry and when do I just be like, yo, just fucking go. I'm not talking about the people that just go fucking go. We're not apologizing to people that could just leave their life and get out. And if there's somebody does some shit to you and it's fucked up, who fucking cares if they apologize? Let them go. It's fucked up. They fucked you up. They fucked your life up. They did some fucked up shit to you. Why you want them to apologize? Just let them fucking go. Let them go. They're not gonna serve your life any good. Why are you holding on to them? Let them go. I'm talking about the people that are in your life that you want to be in your life, and the shit that's so stupid or minute or whatever the case may be, where you can't communicate and somebody can't just fucking say sorry. I'm talking about that shit. I'm talking about your mama, your kids, your brother, your sister, your cousins, your good friends. I'm talking about that shit. I'm not talking about the people in even your coworkers, because you gotta have a peaceful life with your coworkers. But I'm not talking about the people that fuck you over. There are people in your life that are going to come in your life. They're going to fuck you over. They might say sorry. So fucking what? They said sorry. You heard them. I'm glad you understood what you did to my life. And that's that. Accept the apology. Say, I heard you. Thank you very much. And that's it. We're not going to be cool again, though. Everything not going to go back. You're not going to get a chance to fuck me over more than once. Nobody gets to do that. Nobody gets to do that. So, but that's for them. They need to say sorry to you for their sake. Right? You then need to make a decision. Do you want that person in your life after whatever they did to you? And that's on you. I mean, you can call me for advice if you want, but Other than that, that's on you. And those sometimes someone gonna come into your life and they gonna use that apology as a way to try to get back in. And you might have to be like, thank you very much for your apology. I appreciate you reflecting. But no, this relationship is ending right here. Thank you very much. And don't argue. There's nothing to argue about. Water's wet, shit stinks, sky's blue. What the fuck? That's it. And then there's other people in your life who are going to apologize, and it is going to then open up the lines of communication so that you can figure out where you guys went wrong, what happened, and how you can move forward. And that's what's supposed to happen when someone apologizes to you, because then you open up the communication to what went wrong, how people feel, and how it could possibly not happen again. You feel me? That's what should be happening when two people have a healthy conversation and understand the value of an apology. It does not fix everything. It opens up a conversation so you can understand each of you how you feel and be empathetic and sympathetic and say, okay, I understand what I did wrong. I understand what you misunderstood. Okay, how do we fix this going forward? And it could be nothing. There's nothing that we need to do going forward. And then it could be, okay, next time, why don't you come and talk to me? Next time, why don't you do this? I'm going to do that. Whatever the case. And you understand what I'm saying? If it is a relationship that's worth working on. And then there's also other people that you need to apologize, or they need to apologize to you, and shit, the water done went under the bridge, and that's that. You know, parents did shit 20 years ago, 15 years ago, grandmas, aunts, uncles, 30 years ago, whatever the case may be. Can't change none of that shit. Can't change none of it. So even if they apologize now, you holding on to something, you gotta let that go. You gotta let that go. You gotta accept the apology and let it go. And sometimes you ain't gonna get an apology and you still gotta fucking let that shit go. Right? Sometimes, like I said, the people apologizing for them. It ain't gonna do nothing for you. There's a value in it, but sometimes the value ain't for you. It's for them. They need to release whatever they carry. Sometimes you need it to heal. It just all depends. You need to figure that out. You need to navigate it. I'm the type of person that I don't really fucking hold on to people's apologies. I really don't. Say sorry or don't say sorry. I don't give a fuck. That's just me. But not everybody's like me. Some people be like, no, fuck that. I want them to come and say sorry. And I understand that. Because sometimes I have to be the one that be like, all right, fuck that. That's what you want. I'll give it to you. That's because I love you that much. And then other times I'm like, I don't fucking care how you feel. It's not my fucking problem. Those are your feelings. They're not my feelings. I don't feel like that. Don't fucking throw that shit on me. That's me. It depends on the K you get and the person that you get. To be totally honest, that's just me. Not everybody's like that. So I don't expect everybody to be like me. Matter of fact, I'll tell you, probably don't do it. Don't be like me. But for the rest of y'all, some people need that closure. Some people need an apology. Some people need that one-to-one. I don't fucking need it. I don't need it because I don't put what I'm feeling into somebody else to the point where I can let that be something that holds me from having a relationship or not having a relationship. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. It don't matter what you say. That's it. And then there's other people that want to fuck with me and they say all the right things, but they're not doing. So I don't fucking care about that. I don't look at that. But that's me. That's me. I'm like scarred. I'm scarred up. So, you know, that's a whole nother situation. Like how you deal with people, and I just deal with people. I don't deal with what you say. I deal with what you do. But that's just me. But there's other people that they need that. And so some people might need an apology. They might need it to heal. They might need it to focus. They might need it to move forward. And if that's the type of thing that a person needs and you want to be in their life and have a relationship with them, with any kind of relationship, then you might have to do that for them. Sometimes it's not for you, it's for them. And if you care about a person that much, you might need to do that. That's all I'm saying. You might need to do that for them. And vice versa. They might need to do that for you. You would need to communicate that. Right? That's part of an apology. That everybody acknowledges who they are in it and what they need in the situation. Some people need it, some people don't. I don't necessarily need it, but I don't like when people pretend like you know something is wrong. You know I'm not cool with you. You know you done did some shit to me and you just gonna act like nothing happened. Like, nah, I don't like that shit either. Don't fucking pretend. Either don't fuck with me or fuck with me. That's the type of person I am. But everybody, I'll call a person out like, you're not gonna say sorry. Like, you just not gonna say nothing. We just gonna act like nothing happened. I don't like that shit. So that's what I'm saying. There's a value in an apology because some people need it. Some people don't. I don't always need it, but I don't like the fucking phony shit. You know? That's just me. But different people might be like, you know what? I'll go along with the phony shit, see what's going to happen. But why are we seeing what's going to happen when somebody could just be responsible enough and say and care enough to say, I'm sorry, my bad, I fucked up, whatever the case may be. And I hope that people listening are not, my personal people that are listening are like, Karen, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I don't have no problem with nobody. I just want to clear the air. I was just thinking about this topic because I felt that it was important for us to be able to have healthy conversations around apologies, because people don't tend to want to do it. Like, you look online, and I looked at that meme, and the meme was like, well, if I apologize in my head and he didn't hear it, then that's on him. But sometimes we need to apologize to people. Like, that's just not cute. Like, we've just become a society being like, well, I'm just not gonna say sorry. Or the one, how do Caribbean parents, and my parents are Caribbean, how do Caribbean parents say sorry? And the meme, really sarcastically, if you thinking about it, the parents don't. They just call you for dinner. But sometimes parents need to say sorry. Sometimes partners need to say sorry. Sometimes kids need to say sorry. Sometimes adults need to say, like, it is not something that we should not be talking about and doing regularly if we're in a situation that calls for a motherfucking apology. Point blank, period. Full stop. What the fuck? That's all I'm saying. Anyhow, I'm going to this commercial. When I come back, we're going to talk about what an apology looks like. What does it look like? Right? Because it's one thing to say, okay, I need to apologize. How the fuck does that look? How do I give an apology? All right. So I'm going to tell you, and I'm not saying I know all the answers. I'm just going to give you some idea of what this shit need to look like. Right? Because it's not just going to be like, oh, my bad. Because it depends how bad it is. That sometimes my bad not going to work. So we're going to talk about it after this commercial. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Sweet Vibrations is the official sponsor of the Say It Loud Hoe Bag. Yes, they are. If you didn't know, Sweet Vibrations is an adult boutique that delivers innovative lifestyle products and embraces the taboo of sexual wellness instead of hiding it. Simply put, they inspire each and every one of us to embark on our own sexual wellness journey. Whether it's the girl's best friend, a little pixie, the perfect match, or tulips, there's something for everyone. And you deserve something sweet. So visit their website at www.sweetvibe.toys. Use our Say It Loud discount code, LOUD, LOUD, for discounts. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Sweet Vibrations. I mean, ladies, we all deserve a good vibe. And we are back. Big shout out to Sweet Vibrations for being the official sponsor of Say It Loud Podcast. Yup. If you haven't done so already, please head over to their website, cop yourself something, get your girl something, get your best friend something, whatever you need to get quarantined or Rona, you need something. Make sure you use our code LOUD, LOUD, for a 15% discount. And if you haven't already got yourself a spending the night bag, because I know a lot of y'all are hunkered down together, make sure you go to Say It Loud website and cop a whole bag. With that said, let's talk about what an apology looks like. What does that look like? All right, so I'm gonna go down it through this really quickly. I'm not gonna hold up too much of your time, but I just want you to think about this. And I'm not gonna tell you how to apologize to someone per se, because you know them better than I do, but I am gonna say what's allowed and what's not allowed. Okay, so when it's time to give somebody an apology, there's a number of ways to do it, right? And some people gonna argue with me on how to give an apology, and I don't really give a fuck. I'm telling you that depending on the situation, depends the type of apology that you get, right? So some situations, we might have to have a sit down, some Al Pacino shit. Everybody sit at the table and we talk, and it's gonna be a big time fucking apology. You get dressed up, put on some pantyhose, that type of shit, right? Sometimes that's what the apology need to be, depending on the situation. Other times it's something quick and it's just like, my bad, I'm sorry, and that's okay too. Other times it might be a text message. I'm sorry if we got miscommunicated. It depends on the situation. So I don't want anybody sitting here and saying, okay, there's one way to tell somebody sorry. There's not one way to tell anybody you're sorry. There's multiple ways to tell people that you're sorry, and each of those ways are acceptable as long as everybody understands what need to be done and how we need it and how they're gonna do it. All right. I know some people are saying, well, a text message is not the way to apologize to someone. It depends on the situation. Okay. Sometimes it is the way to apologize to someone. Okay. It's not that serious. Sometimes we don't need to have a sit down. No pantyhose. You could go ahead and text somebody, I'm sorry. That's okay. Depending on the relationship that you have with the person and the magnitude for which somebody need to apologize. Okay. Sometimes it could just be to clear the air. And then we need to have a deeper conversation. All right. But what we're not allowed to do, and let's talk about what we're not allowed to do. What we're not allowed to do is make our behavior somebody else's fault. What we're not allowed to do is not accept somebody else's feelings, right? We don't have to agree with people's feelings. We just have to respect that that's how they felt, right? There's a couple things we can't argue in life. We can't argue with people about religion. I mean, we can, but they're going to believe what they want to believe. We can't argue about politics. They're going to believe what they want to believe. And you can't argue how somebody feels. That's how they feel. Water's wet. Sky's blue. Shit stinks. What the fuck? Right? So you can empathize. You can sympathize. You can understand. It could be a clear version, even whether you agree with it or not. But you do have to understand how somebody feels. And a lot of times when we need to apologize, the biggest issue will be people's feelings, right? Some of y'all need to get out your bag, though. Get out your bag. You're too sensitive. And then other times, we need to just understand that that's how somebody felt and they're entitled to feel that way. And we're not fighting about people's feelings. You can't fight about people's feelings. They're entitled to feel that way. If I'm fucking cold, I'm fucking cold. You can't argue with me that I'm not cold. I am. It's a feeling. If somebody feel that way, that's how they feel. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to feel the same way. You just have to respect that that's how they feel. Okay? So, how do we say sorry? Well, it depends on the magnitude of the situation, but a sorry should always be heartfelt. Okay? Don't nobody want no half-ass apology where you pretending to say sorry to somebody because you just want to get it over with. People know that. They could read right through that. I know when people say sorry just for the sake of saying sorry to me. I'm not stupid. I don't want that kind of apology. Don't just throw it around because you can throw it around. Right? It needs to be sincere. It needs to be heartfelt. It needs to pinpoint the reason you're sorry. I'm sorry because I make you felt this way. I'm sorry that you misunderstood me. I didn't know you would take it like that. I'm sorry that I forgot to pick you up. I'm sorry that, you know what I mean? My bad. There was a miscommunication. How can I clarify? How can I understand? Help me see your point of view. There's a million ways to say this nicely without, causing another argument. And all I'm saying is if we're going to apologize to people, we have to make sure we do it in a way that is not conniving or condescending, but is helpful and not hurtful. That's all I'm saying. So if you're going to apologize to someone with the best intentions, then it needs to be presented in a way that shows your best intentions. That's what I'm saying. And a lot of people will buy things. Buying things don't mean you fucking sorry. It means you got money to buy things. That's what that means. It just means you got money to buy stuff. I mean, I'll take it, but it don't mean you sorry. It means that you rather put something in place. And I get it. But that's not an apology either. So what you really want to do is you really want to be thoughtful. You want to be kind. You want to look at it and say, okay, how can I appeal to this person to have this conversation? Right? And you want to take responsibility for whatever it is that you did or didn't do. Because sometimes you didn't do nothing. They just misinterpreted something, right? And so you want to be able to have a healthy conversation around that. And you want to be able to come to a person in a way that will create that. On the flip side of it, people, if somebody's trying to apologize to you, let them. Again, if you listen to the first half of the show, sometimes it's for them, sometimes it's for you. You might just have to sit back, relax, and let them have that. You might have to do that. You might have to let them just be able to be who they are and get that out because they need to get it out. And other times you need that to be able to flourish and continue where you're going. But there's also people that be mad and be like, I don't want your fucking apology, because you rather argue and fight. That's a choice that you're making. Because I'm the type of person, if I was coming to you apologize and you don't let me, I'm not fucking coming back. That's just me. I'm the type of person like that. If I tried to do the right thing and I tried to make amends and I tried to work with you and you're like, I don't want your fucking apology. Okay. But don't expect me to fucking come back begging you to understand me and to take my apology. That's not what I do. But if other people want to do it, I ain't knocking you. Some people need to do that. Some people need to do that because they understand and situations are different. I get it. Because I know different personalities need different personal things. I'm just telling you, I'm the type of person that if I come to you and I say I'm going to say sorry to save our relationship and you don't want my fucking apology, then you don't want my friendship, you don't want my relationship, you don't want whatever it is that you need with me, and I'm out. I'm not going to force you to listen to me. I can't. I'm not going to force you to understand me. I'm not going to force you to take from it what you need to take from it, but this is all I can give you. I can't give you no more. That's just me. But some people, they'll keep trying, and those people are dope. I love those people. Y'all are great. You know what I mean? Y'all are great friends. Y'all are great sisters, cousins, brothers, moms. That's great. I love that. I can't do it. I wish I could, but I can't. So you also want to think about that. The people that you're apologizing to, if someone owes you an apology right now, you have to be open to allow them to apologize to you if they choose to do it. And if they don't choose to do it, you cannot hold yourself hostage. You need to just move forward. And vice versa. If you owe somebody an apology, then you need to present that apology in a manner where it is an apology. And it comes across an apology, and not that you're being facetious or conniving or sarcastic or any of those things, but that you wholeheartedly understand, what the situation is, how it may have hurt or been confusing or whatever the case may be, or inconvenience to whatever, for whatever the reason is, and then be able to say what you did wrong in that situation, if that's what you're going to do. Now, if you choose not to do that, that's on you. All right, so that's what I just wanted to talk about. I really wanted to just touch on apologies and us, being able to say sorry to the people that we care about and maintain the relationships that we want to maintain for the people that we love and that we have in our life, because this has become a relationship show, and a lot of people think relationships are just with the people that we are intimate with, and they're not. You know what I mean? We spend a lot of time with a lot of people, and we're in the middle of quarantine right now. People are cranky, people are horny, people are snappy, people are broke, and they may be a day or two where you have to fucking say sorry. You just have to say sorry. You having a bad day, you having an off day, you know what I mean? Shit is tough right now. So if you need to consider somebody, and you need to consider like, damn, I shouldn't have said that, I shouldn't have done that, then you need to just be able to turn around and be like, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And it doesn't make you a weaker person. It doesn't make you lesser of the two. In fact, it makes you the bigger person for doing the right thing and considering somebody else other than yourself. That's it. We out. Let's go. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Say It Loud. I appreciate all the love, the DMs, the messages, the texts. Any way that you choose to engage with me, I appreciate it all. The shout outs, the reposts, it means a lot, especially on the days when I think nobody's listening, and you guys are all listening and rooting for me, so I love you. Thank you so much. If you're looking for me, you can find me on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I am Karen L, and Say It Loud. If you're looking for our website, www.sayith, loud, L-O-U-D, sayithloud.com for all things Karen L, all things Say It Loud. If you'd like to do a donation, go ahead to the website and click donation. We're definitely taking donations. I need some new equipment. We're growing. And if you want to join our Patreon, you can go to the website, click the Patreon link, and subscribe. YouTube is coming. Yes, there will be a visual added and a couple other projects going on, so definitely look out for that. And if you'd like to book Karen L for whatever, or have her come on to your show, please go to the website, reach out to me. There's a Say It To Me tab. You can go ahead, shoot me an email, and we can discuss it. I would love to come out and bring the energy and bring the vibes to you. Yeah, so thank you all. I'll see you next week. How did I bring my dreams alive? Why, with a Anchor podcast, of course. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor does the hard work and distributes your podcast for you so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can even make money with your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast, all in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to Anchor FM to get started.